All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the San Francisco 49ers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go! 30 base.
Don't let him breathe! Don't let him breathe! Play that tight deep! Don't let him breathe, defense!
36!
On first down, Armstrong. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Right there. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Check it out. Man. Alert 3. Check 43. Kill. Hey. Let's go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Get him. He's look, squeeze. Hey, Alpha. Showing up. Check. Hey, check 20. You're out. Why? Get ready.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Rock it.
SOS.
Hard. Fight.
Back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got him in. Complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Switch. Check the backer. Slam. Hey, lock it. You got tape.
Now a give right side. It's Armstrong. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he's got room. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Let's go, let's go.
Quick the edge, quick the edge.
Come.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Joker. Watch the edge.
Look at me. Door.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Here we go. Their own 25-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hopkins. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On 1st down, Norwood. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Check 3.
King to throw on 2nd down. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, King. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, zoom.
No. Shoot.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Kill. Switch. Undercrunch. He's coming. Double up.
Hey, Sam on. Check. Fresno. We grip.
Now back to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is King, operating from the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. In for the score. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Slam.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, exit. Get it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I'm here all day. Switch it. Come here, switch it.
Protein spill.
Slam. Kill. Hey, turn it out. Check 3.
Guard.
He's coming.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, high 7.
2nd and 11. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 9, check 9. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Whip.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. Oh, he's going to go for it all. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. I'll guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Let's go, defense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
At the 48-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Barry. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress as well. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Switch.
Hey, Charlie.
58, right over there. Go.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready up.
58, Mike. Come on, baby.
Yep.
Let's see what you got. Tight dog.
Fair.
Shit.
Hey, Haywood.
They'll drop to throw. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robertson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Switch gears.
Now King on 1st and 10. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A well-executed 22-yard gain. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Looking to throw. King. And a pressure gets to him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll run on first down. It's Hopkins, and he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Brings up second and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Mike, check, 59. No. Off.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. They'll keep it on the ground. Hopkins, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
On 3rd down, it's Hopkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First down, Falcons.
59.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Check, crunch. Max box. Mike.
On 1st down, it's Hopkins. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. King. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll run on 1st down. Norwood. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Niners.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Who's your quarter?
Choose the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike.
Hey, wahoo!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
I'm going to hit you all.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Army.
They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Echo.
They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Hey, Delta. Get it.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Go.
58 to Mike. 58.
Look, squeeze.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Let's go.
2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Come on, set. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Watch the safety creep. Under 10.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Oh, you got deep?
Here's King looking to throw on 2nd down. He sets to fire deep. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 10. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Jim. Out. 36.
Check 37.
Go out. Hit it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Looking to throw. King. On the move to his left. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. King now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. I'm coming.
Back to throw. King. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Looking to throw. King. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now a give, right side. Hopkins, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They come out here in the eye. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. 2nd and 6. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And he whips that one incomplete there. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
They'll set up the throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off at his own 46. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held him to 7. If we'd made one more play, we could have had our shutout.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
2nd and 13. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
King, off play action. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown from 19 yards away. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
They're running it. Check.
Rock it. Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Kill. He's checking. Crash. Showing it. Check.
Hey, lock it.
Hey, check 24.
They'll look to throw here. Steps away to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by